Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. How's everybody doing? First of all, just can you hear me? Can you see me? I know I say that beginning of every live stream, but I want to know, is something not working? Let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let's see who's here. I just ruined my name. That's an interesting name. Pickles, how you doing, Charlie? Detroit Deep Blue Reef. Sticky Rib Lives Matter. Let's see. Tabby Locks, I hope I'm saying that. Tabby. Riser666, how you doing? Oren, good to see you. James Winter, hello, how you doing? Jessica Rivera, how you doing? David B, reigning in central Louisiana. Tabby, got my brisket on the smoker right now. Nice. Hamish, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Riser, you're barbecuing now too? Nice. I'm going to be doing a little bit this afternoon also. Well, where are we at here? Skipper, 8 p.m. in Germany. What's new barbecue? How you doing, Kenneth? Good to see you. James Winter, got 2 spare ribs. Let's not in the refs for tomorrow. Refrigerator, I'm guessing you're saying. Same in France. Let's see. Ennis Music, right. 5th live stream so far. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Trevor Boys from England. How are you doing? What time is it there? Is it like 7 o'clock? Or something like that? 7 p.m.? Let's see. We're sounding good. We're looking good. All right. Great. Tim Van Dyke. Tim, how you doing? JT, Sal Romano. If I'm missing anyone, I apologize. As the live stream grows, chat moves pretty fast. I haven't put it on slow mode yet. I may have to in the future. And if you don't know what slow mode is, all it does is it only allows you to post a message I can't remember how long it is, every 60 seconds or something like that. So it just kind of slows chat down a little bit. But yeah. We'll see. We're going okay right now. But if I miss you in here, I'm sorry. I'll try and catch up. Joe Valdez, Papa C's Barbecue, Brandon Irwin, Lord Flame, Don Rame. I know you've been here before, and I know I mispronounce it all the time, Don. Cent 1000, hello, you doing? Juan, greetings from Mexico. Hey, how are you doing? MD's Country Cooking. Ryan, my brother, what is happening? Not much. Just finished editing a brisket video that's going up this afternoon. Nice Wagyu brisket. That thing was awesome. It was like Juice-a-Lanch off the chart. Josh and Babe, how are you doing? I popped into your live stream. I didn't get to say anything. I saw you making the was it breakfast burrito you were just doing a while ago? It was looking good. Let me tell you. I need to get a Blackstone, man. I really do. I need to get a griddle. Let's see. Sandy, how are you doing? Good to see you in there. Raspberry Rock. Russell, how are you doing? Good to see you. Detroit Deep Blue Reef. What's the difference between the Slow and Sear and the new Webby $50 Weber basket with water compartment? I'm not familiar with the Weber basket with water compartment, so I can't really tell you. I'm not sure. I know there's a couple different things which are similar to the Slow and Sear. Yeah. Salvador, how you doing? Hamish, I already saw you. Oh, Scotland. Nice. I don't know if we've had anyone from Scotland before you. I'm not sure. Louis Keigan, how you doing? You're in Kenya, 9 p.m. Nice. Joe Valdez going to try a brisket hot and fast tomorrow. Good luck and enjoy it, man. It'll be good. Amri Jahan, hello from Uzbekistan. I think you are the first we've had from Uzbekistan in the live stream. Awesome. Welcome. Tyrone, Papa C's Barbecue and Brew. Breaking in your PBC tomorrow with some chickens. Nice. That's a good way to break it in. Yeah. Aaron Bose, hello from North Carolina. Skipper from Germany. Trevor, 7 p.m. in UK. Great. Chicken Fried Barbecue, how you doing there? Good to see you. Arya, how do you rhyme? I'm about to toss a chuck roast on the smoker from the faraway land of Santa Ana. Here, hold on. I'm going to wave to you right now. I'm just waving to the south a bit. So, did you see me? Yeah, you're probably about 10, 15 miles south of me. Again, I apologize if I missed something you're saying. Chat is moving fairly fast. Let's see. JT O'Brien, tri-tip has become my favorite and my wife's second favorite thing to smoke. Yeah, tri-tip it's really the thing that I've done the most, and I just love doing tri-tip, man. It's so great. Eastwind Farms, Chris, how you doing? You're driving and chatting in live stream. Dude, don't go off the road just for a live stream, okay? Be careful. And found your channel 2 days ago and subbed right away. The content's very nice and soothing when you cook. Thank you, I appreciate that. I've been called the Bob Ross of cooking. I don't see it. There is no fro up here, but I appreciate that. But thank you very much. Phil, how are you doing? Good to see you here. Phil in Florence. Phil, I am going to mod my rotisserie ring to do what you did to yours to get a higher cooking surface out of that thing. I don't know if you came up with that or someone else did and you said that, but man, I'm going to do that after. You're the first one I've seen with that. I'm going to do that. Donald Yardley, howdy from Tennessee. Nice. Seth from Missouri. Okay, I can just say we have now surpassed the most people I've ever had in a live stream. I think right now I see 92. It might look different on your screen, but thank you everybody for coming. This is awesome. I appreciate it. And Russell says, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, Raspberry Rock, thank you very much. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the thumbs up. YouTube likes to see that. Let's see. MD's Country Cooking. Oh, man, I'll take out a second mortgage so I can afford a Wagyu brisket. Yeah, I was very fortunate. Wodagyu sent it to me. They've sent me some other cuts of meat. It is expensive, let me tell you, but it's awesome. I have bought Wagyu before. Not through them, but I've bought Wagyu before, and it's a treat. Let me tell you, it's not something you're going to do every week, for sure. But, man, well, you'll see in the video, the brisket was like off the chart juicy, just off the chart. Let's see. Sal Romano, Long Island. Anthony Danowski, Northeast Wisconsin. Eisner Moreno, hello from New Jersey. Doing a pork butt tomorrow. Nice. Mountain Crest Farm Camp, not Camo Chef. Although a Camo Chef might be a nice cooker too. Yeah. Tabby, Tri-Tip's most underrated cut. Man, it's people can't find it in most of the country. That's what I've found out. It's crazy. Frank Osuna, hey, thank you for the super chat. For some reason, my Bat Cow thing, I did the fourth animation, but it's not working. So we're just going to throw up classic Bat Cow today to thanks for any donations. So here we go. Bat Cow, thanks you. I just love that Bat Cow. Kevin Nash, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Josh Babe, can you talk about you being creator on the rise and how did it happen and what did it do for your channel? Okay, sure. And again, as I'm talking here, if chat messages drop by and I miss them, put them up again. And next live stream, I will have a different way to put questions in case you don't want them to get lost using a Google form. I don't have it up yet. It works great. Josh and Babe, I had no advance warning except for about 24 hours. They emailed me. I literally woke up in the morning, picked up my phone, read my email in bed, and I saw an email from YouTube saying, you've been selected as creator on the rise. Don't tell anybody. It'll happen tomorrow, and it'll last for 24 hours. I have no idea how I was selected. Zero. They just told me about it. And what they do is they choose 2 creators and 2 music channels every week. So a total of 104 creators who do just regular video sort of things and 104 musical artists every week. And they give them each one day on the trending page in YouTube. So that, I don't know how it happened, why they chose me or anything, but it was a really cool thing. Got a lot of new viewers. A lot of views, and I really appreciate it. I mean, it was an awesome thing. And then it was funny because the next day on Twitter, YouTube, the actual YouTube account, posted a tweet saying, hey, if it's a cold Sunday, Cooking with Rye will keep you warm all day with these slow cooker recipes. And it's great, but I was thinking, man, you couldn't have put my rib playlist up? That's my most popular playlist. And I think the slow cooker one is my least popular playlist. So, but I was very, very humbled by that. I was really appreciative. So, yeah, I have no idea why or how it happened. But it happened, yeah. All right, let me get back in here. I'm sorry if I'm missing messages. Chat's moving really. Oh, whoa, 109. We are cooking today. George Cutting, how you doing? Ludovic Lud, did my first smoke today. Was fun. Yeah, it's fun, man. I love doing this. Let's see. Did I see Jacqueline and Dad in here? Jacqueline, how are you guys doing? Lord Flame making your beef jerky right now. I need to make some more. Totally out. I got to make some more beef jerky. Tim Van Dyke, over 100 in the chat. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. It's fun, but it's so crazy. Phil, you're doing ribs and chicken on the offset upload tonight. Oh, cool. Nice. You're doing a video? You're uploading it? Nice. Fantasy Barbecue. Hello, Rye from Kansas. Ever try soaking your chunks? That could be taken wrong, but I know what you mean. No, I don't soak the chunks of wood. The only things that I soak are wood chips in one of my electric smokers. The other one doesn't recommend you do that, and wood chunks, I've never had any problem. I kind of like to let them actually ignite first and then close off the lid or whatever to bring them to just smoldering. So I've never soaked, the things, and I've never found the reason to. Let's see. Where are we at here? Get caught up. Oakland Raiders. Hello from San Antonio, Texas. Was thinking on getting a rotisserie for my Weber plus the Ribulator. Do you think it's worth it? I don't know what the Ribulator is, but the rotisserie is absolutely worth it. I love my rotisserie. In fact, I have another rotisserie video that I'm doing in 2 weeks, I think. I mean, I've done everything on there. Turkey, I've done up to, I think, a 15-pound turkey on there. I've done multiple chickens. I've done tri-tip. I've done roast. It's an awesome cooker. Yeah, totally. Daniel Tomden. Hey, Rye from the UK. Have you ever been to England? I have never been to England. My wife's family is all from Ireland, though. They came here in the 50s, 1950 something. I can't remember. But I've never been there. Kevin Nash, I saw your subs go up a bit after. Yep. When you get bumps and things like that, for whatever reason, you get pulses. But that was really cool, the Creator on the Rise thing. Yeah. Michael Baumgartner, like to see a video on modified ring for the Weber. Yeah, that for the rotisserie ring. Phil, if someone put out a video on doing it, or if you did it, drop it in the chat and I'll approve it if you're still here, Phil. Because I'd love to see that on the thing. I'm pretty sure it was just putting the bolts through the ring to support the cooking grate. But yeah, it's really cool. Let's see. Joel Hondorp, smoking turkey in the OJ Longhorn in BYR. What's BYR? If I missed that. Yeah. Josh and Babe, that's so awesome. Right. Yeah, thank you, man. It was awesome. And like I said, 100% out of the blue. Had no idea why. I still don't know why. I just try and put out good videos. But everybody I know does. So I don't know why they chose me. Let's see. Ludovic, did my first smoke, ribs, chicken, fire management, my first down full. Nice. Very good. CP Loez, greetings from the Rio Grande Valley in deep South Texas. Great and informative channel. Big fan. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Trevor Boys, hi. Do you ever do anything with lamb? I love lamb. I haven't done a lamb video. One of the reasons is lamb is freaking expensive out here for good lamb. I mean, it's really like $8.99 a pound for a boneless leg of lamb that's about this big. That's not worth it. If I'm going to pay money for a cut of meat, I want it to be sizable. So it's kind of just sourcing it. In Southern California, lamb is, for whatever reason, unless you want to pay an arm and a leg, it's pretty pricey. Let's see. Pickles Barbecue, my tongue tacos aren't skyrocketing yet. Did you call them tongue tacos? Because that's a pretty cool name. You did. I think you called them the same that, who did that the other day? Someone did, it's Lengua? Someone else did it was Russ at Smoky Ribs. He did a similar video. You should call them tongue tacos. I like that. That sounds cool. Toby Locks, 100 plus viewers. Yeah, I remember Ryan with 5,000 subs. I remember me with 100 subs. That was like, what? I've been doing this for just over 2 years. I think I started in March of 2017. So it's crazy. Yeah. Dwayne, beef jerky is the ultimate snack. You are absolutely right. Foundry, hello from Pittsburgh. Going to attempt my first whole chicken on the Weber kettle tomorrow. Thanks to you. Hey, cool. I love doing whole chickens. Are you going to cut it in half? Are you going to put it on like a beer can thing? What are you going to do? Salvador Zavala, fully modified my OKJ Highland. Thanks for all your advice. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's the best mod I ever did on that thing was the heat management system, the baffle plates. Yeah. Bob Weiss, what's on the smoker for Memorial Day? The plan is I'm going to be doing a video on the Saturday that's going to come out on the Sunday, and I think what it's going to be is loading up the pit barrel cooker with as much as I can fit into it, and cooking just a bunch of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. It's kind of still not 100% which one it's going to be, but we'll see. But honestly, on Memorial Day, what I like to do, I like to just grill up some burgers. I really do. That's my favorite thing to grill up on, like, holiday things where you're grilling. 4th of July, Memorial Day, whatever. I just like to cook up things like that. Yeah. Let me see here. Carmelo, how you doing? Good to see you. Hi from Connecticut. Smoking, then searing some steaks tomorrow. Nice. Carmelo, I think I have some photos from you for today's slideshow. I have so many photos coming. It's crazy. I have to put like my hold file for photos is getting bigger and bigger. It's crazy. Let's see. It's cool. My time, 4:10 a.m. I cooked your jerky last week and my friend was crazy. Nice. Cool. I hope that was good if they're crazy. Let's see. Rick Wingman, what's the plan for this live stream? Cooking anything? No, I'm not set up right now to cook anything in the live stream. This is just a lot of nice chat. We get together, kind of go back and forth. I have photos that we do that people submit, stuff like that. I do have a setup for live streaming out at the grill and stuff, but I've had it set up since last October. The problem has been for me in Southern California, oddly weather. We've had a really rainy year. And so far, it just hasn't worked out. And I'm trying to sneak it in before it gets hot out there because I have to have computers outside to run the things. And computers don't like it when it's 110 degrees outside, which we tend to get in the summer. So I will be doing some, live cooking stuff. It just has to all work out. One of the things I've said from the beginning is I won't do anything that's of lower quality. Because I actually did something one day I tried to go live from my phone showing some cooking out there, and I was holding my iPhone too close to the grill and it overheated and shut down. So no, I will do things when it works out really well. Yeah, I'm kind of picky. Chris Jarshay, I want to try and do a cook in my Weber kettle like you do sometimes, where you use a few coals and a stick of wood. Seems like the wood would give more of a stick burner taste. Am I wrong? It does give nice smoke flavor. Yeah, I get the coals provide the heat. And the little stick of wood is your smoke. It just burns a little bit longer. Yeah, you get a little bit more smoke from it. Let's see. Dive Master Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. Yo, Rye, how's it going, man? Haven't been to a stream in forever. My wife and I bought our first house. Been very busy. Congratulations. Isn't that cool getting the first house? I remember our first house. It was a lot of work. Yeah. Congratulations. Juan Chavez would like to hear heat control advice from me. Charcoal amounts, vent adjustments. I try to put as much as I can in the videos, but honestly, I don't like to get too technical because when I've done technical videos, they tend to not do well. So I try and put as much information as some people might like, the vent settings when they're necessary. But yeah, I try not to get too technical because honestly, my philosophy is you can do things very basic and get great food, really basic. And that's what I try and show. I know I use other things and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't like to get too Brian D. Hi, Ray. Love your videos from Detroit, Michigan. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wow, we got 119 people in here. This is nuts. Let me just a second. I want to drop a link into the chat real quick because I know it's on the screen sometimes, but a lot of people don't know. If you use Instagram and stuff, I have an Instagram page, and a lot of times I will post things there of like pictures of cooks before I put out a video and things like that. So if you want to see some of the advanced stuff, go to my Instagram page when you get a chance and, follow me, do whatever like that, because you will get some stuff ahead of time. So I just wanted to drop that because a lot of people ask, what's your account? And it's on the screen, but sometimes it's easier to have something to click. So there. Let's see. Tim Van Dyke, have you worked on the Cheerwine barbecue sauce? Love to see your take on it. I'm doing the Cheerwine barbecue sauce this week with chicken. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Let's see. Ludovic, hi. Smoker box leaking a lot. What can I use? Depends on the smoker box, but you can get a gasket tape that if you go to the link in the video description to my Amazon store, it's a gasket tape that I used on my Oklahoma Joes. And you can find it in there. I think the category is smoker modifications or smoker things. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's pretty inexpensive and it works really well on the smoker box. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Riser, what's 110 in Celsius? I'm not sure. Hot. Yeah, Russell, if you're still in here from Raspberry Rock, what is 110 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? Because you're in Canada. Kevin Nash, getting rid of my big Dynaglow wide body and a 22-inch Weber to make room for a new Weber 26. I still want the Weber 26. I've been saying that for over a year. I just haven't gotten it yet. Yeah. Sandy, right. What's the best way to grill or smoke turkey and keep the natural flavor? Thanks. Honestly, my favorite way... well, here's two things. My favorite way to do turkey is deep frying it. But my favorite way that's a little more conventional that more people could do is rotisserie. It just gives such great flavor. Plus, you can add smoked flavor in the rotisserie on the coals. I love doing that. Yeah. Let's see. Fedora, I see the thing where you're talking about the pork sponsorship. No, I haven't. They've never approached me for any sort of pork sponsorship. So pork board, if you're out there, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to do things that are too sponsor related, and too heavy at this point in my channel, because honestly, I've been approached by people to do some things, and I've told them, I don't know that I can deliver to you yet what you might be paying for. You know, sponsors will want to give you money to feature products, to sponsor videos. And if you're going to do that, my belief is you should be able to do it in a way that really kind of ties in with your channel, but also that you're going to give the sponsor some sort of value for it. Because if you're not giving them the value for what they're paying for, it's kind of not a good deal. So anyway, I've been approached by some places, and I haven't really wanted to do sort of those type of sponsorships yet. Yeah. Frank Asuna, how do you submit photos? We'll talk about that when we get to the photos in probably about 10 minutes. It's very easy. It's through my Facebook page or through the email link in the About section of my YouTube channel page. Gabriel Tapia, what's the best thing you've ever smoked on the Pit Barrel Cooker? Let's see. Probably ribs. I mean, it's a rib machine. It just is. Any ribs you put on that thing are going to come out good. I mean, they really are. Eric Forsyth, love watching you from Minnesota. Nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Louis, yeah, I should probably slow chat down. Yeah, I just don't want to turn it into a slow mode yet. Just maybe next time I'll set it for slow mode. We'll deal with it today. I'll just hopefully not miss too many things. John Knapp, reverse steering iPhone. What kind of amenities do you recommend with that? It was pretty funny. If anyone was watching that live stream, it was pretty funny. I came back on a few minutes later after I had to sit my iPhone in front of a fan to cool it down. I'd never seen that happen. It just shut down with a message on the screen that said, iPhone too hot, shutting down. Yeah. Please do Fedora, please do burgers from Bob's Burgers. You'll get huge in the algorithms. Yeah, I tend not to do that stuff. I like to do a lot of my own recipes and things. There's other people that do that stuff really well, and I kind of like to be inventive if I can and try and really come up with recipes and things. Yeah. Hamish, hi. Moving from a flat to our first home, have a budget of $300. What's the best first barbecue to buy? Honestly, I would go for a Weber kettle. That's my personal opinion. And if you're in the UK, they have that new one. I can't remember the name that they call it. It's not available in the US yet that I have seen. But if Pitmaster X, his channel, he did a review of it. It's really nice looking. It's a Weber kettle, but it has a lot of extra little things. It has a hinged lid. It has heat deflectors in it. I think it might be called the Weber Kettle Master Touch or something. But it's really good. I'm not sure the price, but I do think it's under 300 pounds. If that's what you're looking for. Yeah. James Carroll. Hello, Rye. I found your recipes very tasty and fun. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Adam from Massachusetts. Rain has been delaying any barbecue here as well. Yeah, sometimes it happens. What are you going to do? I've got, covered areas outside that I can still cook in and film, but I don't like to take electronic equipment out there as much as possible, like computers and things, because if it gets windy and blowing on them, it's a little difficult. Yeah. Let's see. Lava Lock tape, good sealer, Kevin Nash. Yeah, that's what I used. I think that's what I have listed in my Amazon store. Trevor was 43 degrees centigrade is 110. Yeah. Well, 110 for someone with Fahrenheit sounds hot. 43 until you learn Celsius, you go, oh, 43 sounds comfortable. No, that's hot. I know. Russell says confirmed 110 degrees Fahrenheit Celsius is hot. Okay. Yeah. G-Holt 81, what are your thoughts on putting brisket straight in the cooler after reaching temp? Surely it keeps cooking. Yeah, I've done that. I did it just yesterday when I filmed a brisket video that's coming out later today. Yeah, when your brisket is done and you keep it in foil, what I like to do is wrap it in towels, put it in a cooler, and hold it for a couple hours. It lets it keeps tenderizing, keeps that juice in there. Yeah, it's fine to do that. Tabby Locks, 3 of my favorite things: cooking with rye, boxing, and brisket on my smoker. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Duck Slayer 88, what kind of rotisserie do you use, brand, and what do you use it on? I use the Weber rotisserie. It's listed in my Amazon store, or you can look at any of the rotisserie videos on my channel. Just search for rotisserie. It's great. It goes on the Weber kettle. It mounts to the 22-inch kettle, and it's super. In fact, the new version of it doesn't require a counterweight, so you don't have to put that counterweight, which, you know, you just have to sort of balance the whatever's on there slightly, and then the motor's pretty good. Yeah, it's actually pretty quiet too. I did a video about testing how loud the thing is, and it's not loud at all. Carbon I am. How you doing? Good to see you. Hi, Rye, from Florida, making Wagyu Gold Giant shrimp kebabs, no veggies. Okay. Would you have room for veggies with all that? Man. Danny Lyons, watching from Ireland. Love the channel. Master Touch, pork, Irish smoked, done. Nice. Very good. My wife's family is all from Ireland. Good to have you here. Tulio, how are you doing? Hi, Rye from Colombia. Nice channel. Thank you for your videos. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me get caught up here. Maybe my question will seem stupid, but do you drink vodka or whiskey or brandy or anything else when you cook all sorts of sweets? We all think with smoked meat. You know, here's the funny thing. I do use, you know, I've used tequila in cooking, whiskey, all sorts of things. I don't drink. I've never really had sort of that palate for anything that's liquor. I mean, I drank when I was younger, but all I taste is alcohol. And so it's just, I don't enjoy it. So yeah, it's funny. I don't drink. I use it, you know, in cooking and stuff. And I've tasted it. It's nothing. I love whiskey. You know, when I was younger, that was my drink, because you had 2 drinks of that and then your taste buds are killed and you can drink anything. But yeah. Fishing Cooking with Mike Chavez just had pit barrel delivered yesterday. You're going to love that, man. You are going to love that thing. Shalder, it's your fault I'm fat. Your videos are so good to watch. I get hungry. You mean you don't have the svelte figure like I do? This is a body built by barbecue, let me tell you. Mike J. Hi, Rye. Just tuning in. I'm cooking a whole chicken with some apple smoke out on the grill today. Just thought I'd say, hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Enjoy that chicken. Apple's perfect with chicken, man. Perfect. John Knapp, is there any reason you do not have a Weber Smoky Mountain? Space. You know, I've got to kind of pick what I'm adding to my collection when I add it and stuff like that. Yeah. Michael Brinson, how you doing? Good to see you. I think I have some pictures of yours in the slideshow today. Good to see you. Fedora, I can respect you sticking to your guns. Still would like to see your take on some of these recipes, though. Yeah, you know, it's kind of, I have things planned out, and my wife and I plan a lot of things, and we like to stick to things that we're kind of trying to create. Fantasy Barbecue, wow, that was easy. Thanks for the link. Fantastic photo, sir. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Tyrone Dean, how can I smoke chicken and ribs together to get crispy skin on the chicken? What temperature? That's, you know, you're doing them together, it's going to be difficult. If you're getting crispy skin on the chicken, at some point you're going to have to make sure that skin is really dry to start with, and you're going to have to crank that temperature up, and you're going to want to get it above like 350. But if you do that the whole time, your chicken's going to be dry and the skin's going to be burned. So the trick that I try and use with that is I'll cook the chicken lower and slower, maybe around 275 to 300 indirect, and then I'll crank the temperature up. But if you start with really dry skin on the chicken, it's going to be much easier. So you really got to dry that skin out before you get it on the kettle or whatever you're doing. Yeah, and doing it with ribs together, it's going to be difficult if you're cooking at the same temperature, because if you cook ribs at a temperature like 350, my experience with that is you can cook them right, but they're going to get they're more likely to get drier on the outside. And you want some bark, but you don't want like that crusty char. So it is difficult to do that. I will be doing chicken and ribs, if my plan goes correctly, at the same time on the pit barrel cooker next Saturday. I think the video is supposed to come out next Sunday or Monday. So, you know, I will not 100% shoot for crispy skin on the chicken. I will shoot for not rubbery skin, because, you know, you've got to sometimes balance what you're able to achieve with what you're cooking with and what other meat you might be having with it. So, yeah. James Albright, how can I get some of your recipes to print out? You know, right now I don't have any way to do that. I am still considering doing a cookbook, but, you know, right now it's kind of in the videos and things like that. I put the ingredients, I try to put the ingredient lists in the video descriptions, but as I tell people, the video is the recipe. So any sort of book or companion thing will come after the videos, you know, probably months and months and months. Let's see. Marcia, how are you doing? Good to see you here. Finally made it here. Been a while. Very good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Gerard Norton, hi, Ray. I like your cooking. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tulio, how much is the shortest time for some ribs in the PBC? I've had ribs done in as quickly as 3 hours for some baby backs in there, but it's usually more like 4. So yeah, 3 to 4 hours in the pit barrel, you've got ribs that are done. And the St. Louis ribs generally, that cut probably about 4 hours, maybe 4 to 4.5. They just cook. That thing's a machine. Yeah. Hey, Anthony Danowski, appreciate the donation to the Meat Fund. Let's bring out Bat Cow again.
Bat Cow, thanks you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the donation to the Meat Fund. Irene Pearson, there's my wife. I'm having brisket for lunch right now. It's delicious. You're having brisket for lunch and you didn't bring me any that I could eat on the live stream? If you're still there, bring me a piece of brisket. I want to eat some brisket. Let's see. Sandy, my favorite grill is a Smoky with Gabby's Grill. Also just got a PBC. Haven't had time to cook in New Jersey on it yet. Nice. Very good. Oh, you've got the Gabby's Grill. That's nice. That's the Santa Maria attachment. Are you saying you put that on top of a Weber Smoky Mountain? I've seen people do that. That's really cool. Let's see. James Carroll. Rye, what is your cooking background or training? What schools? How long? None. I'm a writer. That's my day job. I write books. I've written movies. I've been cooking my whole life for fun. Smoking for I think it's been about 12 or 13 years now. In fact, let me see if I have this. I found a picture the other day. I don't know where it is, but I have a picture from like 1995 of me grilling. I don't know where I put it, but I was going to put it up on like Instagram or something, and I will. But yeah, no, I don't have any training. Just watching my mom cook when I was little. Anthony Danowski. Hi, Rye from Northeast Wisconsin. I finally have my first tri-tip to cook. Nice. I've been trying one of your recipes thanks to the videos. Cool. That's awesome. That's like, tri-tip is awesome. I'm glad you could. Oh, hold on. I have a brisket delivery here. Hold on just a second. Let me get a piece of this. Is this the point? It looks like the point. Yes. The point. Oh, hold on. I got to get a piece of this up here. All right. I'll use my hands. This is a piece of Wagyu brisket from the point that I did yesterday. Oh, God. This thing, after about 20, well, let's see, it's been about 18 hours since it finished or more, is still a juice bomb. Oh, my God. God. It was the juiciest brisket I've ever cooked. Oh, man. Okay, let me get back into chat here. Let's see. Carmelo, my favorite thing to smoke right now is a pork belly. Need a whiskey barbecue sauce glaze. Nice. Yeah, that pork belly I did the other day for that burger was awesome. I love pork belly. Okay, one more beer. Hey, Rye, great videos. Looking forward to trying one of your books. Love my PBC. Oh, thank you very much. PBC is great, isn't it? It is awesome. Carbon, can you do your version of picana down here in Florida? It's very popular. As soon as I find a good source of picana, I still am having trouble finding a good source of it. When I say a good source, I mean the meat quality has to be good. I can get picana around here. It just doesn't look as good as I want it to look. King Kilbasa, how are you doing? Good to see you here. Seth Redden, how often do you barbecue? I do 4 videos a week generally. So I'm usually out at the grill or smoker at least 4 days a week. And then, maybe cooking stuff, another day a week. So 4 to 5 days a week I'm at the grill. Let's see. Hamish, make a recipe app. Yeah, that's a lot of work. I'm doing this. I was saying to my friend Russell, Raspberry Rock, Off-Grid Cabin, who's got a great channel, by the way. You should check it out. He cooks there, too. He does some good. You got to do those dino ribs again, Russell. I know you said you were going to do it, but you got to do that. But I put in about 50 hours a week on, this, and then more hours writing. Developing an app, getting someone to develop an app, I could do that, but right now it's just kind of not on my radar. I'm spending so much time just growing the channel and kind of building this into a business, which it's become faster than I expected, much faster. So, recipe app would be cool. I just need the time to be able to do that and do it right. Let's see. Mr. Rickmonder, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hi, Rye. I find your channel to be very informative. Thank you for sharing. I'm thinking about adding the cast iron grate to 22-inch Weber. Have you used cast iron grates on a Weber? I have. In fact, I did a video on just recently. I'm trying to remember. It was what I cooked on there. Oh, the pork loin. I did the pork loin, and I think I did something else. Love that cast iron grate that I got from Mallory. Awesome. You know, cast iron, like anything, you have to take care of, but it is worth it. It's really worth that time. You know what? We're getting close to the time where I got to do the pictures, but let me eat this last piece of brisket. Oh, my God. I'm going to set this aside here, or I will just sit here and eat brisket in front of you. Oh, man, that is good. Let's see here. Let me get things, and then I'm going to have to jump out of chat so we can get the slideshow going here, and then I'll jump back in. But we got some great pictures this week. So let me tell you, if you're curious about how to send pictures to be featured in a live stream, if you go to my Facebook page, the link is right there, Cooking with Ryan, because my name is RYNE, and someone already had Cooking with Rye, and doesn't post anything on it. So go there and use the private message function. Don't do it as a visitor post. Use a private message function and send your photos. Don't put any text on the photos. Don't send videos. And do them kind of landscape if you can, you know, kind of like the TV screen, not portrait mode, not up and down. And send them to me with a message saying you give me permission to use them in a live stream. That way we can use them, feature them. I have to sometimes pick and choose which ones will, you know, fit the best in the live stream and how the quality of the photo is. So get the best resolution you can in them and send them full resolution so I can crop them down to fit into, you know, what they'll be on the screen. Or you can go to the About section of my YouTube page, and there is a view email link there. Click on that, and you can email them to me the same way. Just say, "Hey, Rye, give you permission to use these." And if you send them to me, tell me what's in them. You know, is there something really special or different about them that you did? Some sort of sauce. I mean, there's one today. I think pickles. If you're still in here, I have one of yours from the ham, and man, that thing's gorgeous. And I remember, I think what you said in there was, you know, apricot and something. But yeah, it's cool when you see your photo on the screen. People may ask questions, so be prepared to say what you did with it and how you made it. So with that said, so I can get some brisket in my mouth. Let's go ahead and have some slides here. Let's watch them. All right. First up, Brandon Larson. Brandon, are you in chat today? I am not sure if I saw you or not. I can tell you what that is without even looking at the screen. That's a tri-tip. The shape is unmistakable, but that's looking good. Looking very nice. Ah, sliced. Beautiful. Hey, you got some smoke ring in there too, Brandon. That's not always easy with a tri-tip because they cook so quickly. Nice. Carmelo, this was, I think if you said you separated the point and the flat, and I think this was your brisket flat that you did there in the picture. If I'm wrong, correct me in the chat if you're still here, Carmelo. Hey, Cooking with James, just saw you in there. Nice to see you. Oh, some burnt ends. Carmelo, those look nice. Very nice. Burnt ends are just like, I don't know, meat candy. The best meat candy. Nice. Doing a couple, I think this is what you said you do in a couple pork butts and then you had the point and the flat separated. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a nice way to do that. Those butts are looking good. That's great color on those pork butts, man. Really good color. And you can already see in the one, the bone on the left there, the bone's starting to separate. I'll bet those were super tender. Dreamlord, I don't know if I saw you in here today. Dreamlord 1979, a smoked corned beef, man. Those are so good. So good. I did a video on that, and it was some, I think it might have been the best corned beef I've ever had. Look at that. Corned beef, potatoes, cabbage. That is the way to do it. Nice. Doing some beautiful skewers there. Nice mix of things. Peppers, looks like some zucchini, and big old honkin' beef on there too. Love seeing stuff on the grill. Just love that glow of the coals and skewer. You can just imagine what that sounds and smells like right there. Michael Brinson. Now, Michael, I did see you in here, so hopefully you're still here. Nice asparagus, bacon wrapped asparagus. When in doubt, wrap it with bacon. Wrap anything with bacon. Looking good using the Vortex. Nicely done. Nice, Michael. Oh, look at that. That looks really, really good. I just want to stare at it for a minute. And this was cool. Tater tots on the grill, man. I'm a tater tot fiend. In fact, the reason we didn't do a video or a live stream last Saturday was because I had said we were going to, and then I totally forgot I was going to be out of town visiting our daughter at college. And we went into this really cool little diner. It was up in Seattle called the Lost Lake Diner. And we got tater tots like at 11 at night. Man, they were good. Really, really good tater tots. So when I saw this, it was like, yeah, this has to go in the live stream. Just beautiful. Look at that. Nice and golden brown and crispy. Just gorgeous. Oh, doing wings. Vortex, man. That's the Vortex is for. You know it. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And look at the finished product, man. Nothing wrong with that, with some celery and some, probably guess some ranch or blue cheese right there to dip. Probably blue cheese. Nick Castro. Nick, are you in here today? I don't know if I saw you. Tri-tip. You can tell the shape. Looking good. Nice indirect there. And then with some chimichurri. If I'm remembering what Nick told me about this, Nick, if you're in here, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, look at that chimichurri. That is gorgeous with that tri-tip. Looks like a perfect medium rare. Pickles! Now, pickles. Okay, was this glazed with apricot? Is that what you said? I cannot remember. I know I should have written it down, but it just is beautiful, the surface of that ham. So drop in the chat what you glazed this with, because that is beautiful. Oh, pork belly burnt ends. Pickles, you're doing well, man. Look at that. Nice. Little bacon bombs. And the next one, Pickles, I think you did this to torture me. Because I think I left a comment on your video about this saying, man, I love potato salad, and I just cannot, I haven't made good potato salad. There's something about it. And then you went and sent me a picture of potato salad. Oh, I love potato salad, but I have never been able to make like potato salad as good as my mom did. So, Robert Barnes, beef ribs. Now, Robert, are you here? I don't know if I saw you today. These are some big ribs. Wait till we get to the next pictures here. Look at the bones. Those are Flintstone dinosaur ribs. Seriously. Look at that. Just beautiful, beautiful ribs. Look at that. I've always said that ribs like this, beef ribs, are basically brisket on a stick. And looking at that, you can see why. They are just gorgeous. Plated up beautifully. Potatoes, onions. Perfect meal, Robert. Tim Van Dyke. Tim, I think I saw you in here. We got some brisket coming from you. I don't know if you told me in the message what size brisket this was. If you're in the chat, Tim, can you drop how big this brisket was? Beautiful. That's on your WSM? Okay, nice. Looking good. Looks like a pretty sizable brisket. Beautiful, man, beautiful. Look at that bark. Look at that bark. In the brisket video that I'm putting out later today, you're going to see that there's a difference. The bark in it is not like that bark. And I explain why. But it was very interesting to learn that, because I hadn't done a brisket like I did yesterday before. So it's interesting. But that's beautiful, man. Nice. Totally juicy. You can just see that there in that cross section. Beautiful. Well done, Tim. Let's see, and then we're back at the beginning here, so let's jump back into the main thing. So yeah, if you want to send photos, use my Facebook page, use the email link in the about section of my YouTube page. I will be making an easier way to submit photos with a link in the description of the live streams in the near future. It's not set up 100% yet, but be able to. So again, thank you for sending the photos, everybody. Everybody loves seeing them. I know that. They're just awesome. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me jump back in here real quick. Wanda Briggs. I love this. Just ran across this. I think I could learn from here. Yeah. Go Seattle. Yeah. My daughter loves it up there. Let's see. Where are we at? Nick Castro. Chimichurri. Yeah. That was good. Mike J. Sorry for the typos. I caught them after I sent. Did you make typos or something? Did I miss typos somewhere? I'm a writer and I make typos. Okay, my philosophy is unless it's the finished product and someone can understand you, so what? When you're doing the final draft and the finished stuff, then that's when you correct, typos and grammar and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not picky about typos or grammar or anything. I ain't picky about anything like that. Let's see. Apricot preserves, honey, sriracha, brown sugar. That's what I was remembering. Oh, that looked good, man. That looked really good. And you love potato salad. I know you love potato salad. I love potato salad. And I think I love potato salad. Oh, man. Dwayne, my grandmother made awesome potato salad. Yeah, my mom made awesome potato salad too. I've never been able to replicate how she did that and how perfect it was. Let's see. 13-pound brisket, Tim says. Nice. Was that an 18 or 22-inch Weber Smoky Mountain? I couldn't tell by the picture. Let's see. Tim Workman, try Chef John Stewart's potato salad. Some of the best I've ever had. Okay, I'll look that up. Yeah. James Carroll, I prefer a cast iron Dutch oven. I can be cooking outside also when raining. I cook under a tarp. Yeah, I have two cast iron Dutch ovens. Cast iron cooking grate, cast iron pans. I love cooking with cast iron. Yeah, in fact, one of the favorite things I did in my cast iron Dutch oven was made bread pudding. Video on that a long time ago, but I think I'm going to do another bread pudding video in the cast iron because that was awesome. I just love cooking in that thing. Yeah. Wanda Briggs, sorry, Northwest, I'll make you a potato salad to die for. Nigel, Rye, your bison burger was sensational. 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. I mean, I have to admit, the pork belly really put it over the top. And when I thought about it afterwards, I think I even said it in the video, it's like, man, I should have ground up some of the smoked pork belly into the bison and then cooked the bison burger and then put pork belly on top. Yeah, I might not have been able to handle that. Giovanni Tuccieri, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Will you do chicken wings anytime soon? I will do chicken wings in the next, I think, month and a half. I have that planned. Yeah. Nigel, let's see where we're at here. Seth Redden, what type of movies have you written? I wrote a movie called Knowing that stars Nicolas Cage. That came out in 2009, I think. A Bruce Willis movie called Mercury Rising was based upon my novel called Simple Simon. And then I've worked on a ton of other movies and never get credit for them. And a ton of scripts that'll never be made into movies. That's just how the business is. Yeah. Cooking with James. Hey, James, how are you doing there? Let's see. Eastman Farms. Rye is only critical about AFS. That is true. AFS, acceptable floppy state, the only way to have bacon. Crispy bacon is a crime. If you disagree with me, we can still be friends. But I'll look at you differently. I just have to. I mean, I look at my wife differently because she likes crispy bacon. There's just something slightly wrong with that. But you're right, Chris. Yeah. Let's see. Pitmaster X. Hey, Pitmaster X, how you doing? I was mentioning you a while ago. Someone was asking about that Weber, the UK version with all the really tricked out stuff, the hinge lid, the deflector plates. And I said to go check out your video on that because you kind of had the lowdown. I don't think that's still available here in the U.S. I don't think we can get that yet. But yeah, welcome. Good to see you here. Nick Castro, I have to say, chimichurri was amazing on the tri-tip. It looked amazing. That green popped, man. It just popped. Coon with James. Rye, how long have you had your PBC? I think I've had it for 2 or 3 months. Pit Barrel Cooker Company sent it to me, I think 2 or 3 months ago. So not a long time, but I've been using the heck out of it. Yeah. Brandon, hey, I didn't see you here. We did have a couple of your pictures. I guess I'm going to have to add the Z to the beginning of my name. So instead of having the first picture, I'll have the last pictures. Seems how Ryan's OCD puts the pictures in alphabetical order. It's not my OCD, it's the software. It just alphabetizes them. So should I start calling you Zbrandon? And maybe we'll get you at the end. Well, you can see them in the replay. This will be up in a replay later today in the playlist section. These videos, if you want to see the live streams later, you can go to the live stream playlist because the videos are unlisted after they're live. That way they don't kind of clutter up the main video feed. So you just go to the playlist in the playlist section that says live streams, and you can watch any past live streams. Mike J, I mentioned I was doing ribs inspired by one of your videos tomorrow where you cut them individually. Yeah, it's a really cool way to do ribs. I've done a couple videos, I think, where I did that. And it's a nice way to get bark all around them, get flavor all around them. They seem to do really well. And they're kind of fun to do that way, and they're a little easier when you are serving them because they're already pre-cut, and people can just kind of pick them up and go to town on them. Yeah. Tom Workman, Chef Johnny can be found on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Oh, is someone talking about Chef Johnny? Yeah, Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Check out Chef Johnny. He's cool. Let's see. Wanda, please, I will trade potato salad. You'll trade potato salad for bread pudding any day. I can have both. I can eat some potato salad and then shift right into some bread pudding for dessert. No problem there at all. Giovanni, yes, you pronounced it correct. Great, looking forward to it. Oh, cool. I'm not always the best with names, yeah. Nick Castor, I loved your pecan pork loin video the other day. I'm making that today. My loin is too big, 7.8 pounds, so I'm going to cut it in half. I've done that before, too, when you get sometimes those monster pork loins, and you just take them down the middle. You can, save the second one, freeze it, or just do 2 pork loins like that. Let's see. Mike J, I think it ensures all the ribs get covered. Yeah, it does. And it's just kind of a fun way to do them, too. There's something about, individual ribs already done like that. Yeah. Anthony D, I hate crispy bacon. Fist bump for AFS. You got it. Anthony Danowski, my lady friend likes crispy bacon. I frown on that. Well, like I said, I am married to a crispy bacon lover, and I still love her. It's just, you got to watch them. There's something with the crispy bacon people. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Dwayne, did you see your name in any credits for what you wrote? Yeah. Knowing. I think I had 3 credits on Knowing for story, screenplay, and co-producer. Let's see. Mercury Rising, it was just 1, based upon the novel by me. So yeah, that's kind of cool to see that. But it's funny when you're a writer and you've worked on, I've worked on 20, 30 times as many things as things that have been made. And I've worked on things where you don't get credit, and it just works that way. If you're doing rewrites or someone comes in and rewrites you, the Writers Guild determines the credit. So I worked on the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves. I worked on the remake of The Eye with Jessica Alba. So, and I've worked on, like I said, a ton of other screenplays and things that will never be made. But the check was good, so I cashed the checks. Let's see here. Tyrone Dean, how do you tenderize a brisket? You give it time to cook. Really, there's no other way. Give it the time to cook and come to a tender state. Usually that's, somewhere around 200 degrees, but it's really about probe tender. Some briskets are tender at 195, some are tender at 205. It really just is when that temperature probe, if you have a instant read meat thermometer, when it slides in and out without resistance. Kind of what people say, like butter. That's how you tenderize it, by giving it time. Eric Forsyth, can you explain how to not over smoke your meat using only wood? Personally, I've never had that problem, especially in an offset, because wood is your fuel source generally in an offset. The key is having a good fire where you're not having a lot of dirty smoke. And dirty smoke, there's always that thing about thin blue smoke, which people strive for. Sometimes smoke is thin and blue, and sometimes you're going to see it. It's really what you don't want is you don't want it looking like the exhaust from a diesel truck. You don't want super heavy smoke, super heavy white smoke or dark smoke. You don't want dark smoke at all. But you don't want super heavy smoke. And the key to getting a really good burn is airflow. So every smoker is different, and you have to play with it and learn it, how it works for you. I still have to, adjust things all the time. Wood can be different from one batch to the next. It's about airflow and getting a good fire burning that provides enough smoke for flavor, but really what you're getting out of it is the heat for the cook. So you don't want to over smoke that way. Yeah. Let's see. Carmelo, yeah, that was a brisket flat and the pork was super tender. I sent you the video of me pulling it. Yeah, I saw the video. That was cool. No, I can't play videos on here, unfortunately. That's only photos right now. So, Randy Nelson, you've been killing it lately, Rye. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cooking with James, Rye, PBC, or OKJ. If you had to pick, which one would you pick? I hate you. That's not a good choice to make. I would probably choose the PBC. And it's not because I don't like, the offset. It's just that it's easier to use. The PVC is much easier to use than the offset. If you want true wood flavor, though, you're going to go with the offset. But if I had to just pick one or the other, which I don't have to, don't ask me those questions. I would choose the PVC. Robert Baker, don't know why I'm here. Just had the wisdom teeth pulled and only eating broth and jello. Those brisket photos made my stomach rumble. I'm starving. The brisket's really tender, man. It's really tender. You could probably handle it, even after wisdom teeth out. But I hope you feel better, though. Nick Castro, I'm going to purchase a Vortex today and a couple other items from your Amazon site using some birthday money. Can't wait to get them. Thank you. I appreciate that. And for any of you that don't know, if you go through any of the links in the video description or through my Amazon store, I do earn a small commission from that. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just that Amazon, gives you a sort of a cut from it. And I appreciate that. It helps support the channel, helps me make more videos and things like that. So I do appreciate it. Let's see. Kevin Nash, make Canadian bacon with some loin. Well, that's not a bad idea. I still have some leftover pork loin that we're going to make into something else, actually, which is going to be kind of cool. Billy Garfield, hello from Gardena. Hey, Gardena, you're not too far from me. I'm in Orange County, so, you're, 20 miles that way, 20 miles west of me. Let's see. Wanda Briggs, well, I am a slight build. Haha, so you can call me whatever you want. I'll buy whatever bread you do. Well, I'm a slight build compared to like Andre the Giant or something, but yeah. Brandon Larson, I tell my wife, you can call me anything you want, but don't call me late for dinner. That is absolutely true. Let's see. Cooking with James, I want a PBC Alton. Yeah, the PBCs are cool, man. I was very appreciative that they sent me one of those. They just emailed me and said, hey, would you like a PBC? And it's like, yeah. And it's great to cook on, let me tell you. It's really, really, I've heard people say it before, the whole thing about, it's a rib machine. It does chicken awesome, too, let me tell you that. And the video that's coming out this afternoon of the Wagyu brisket, that was done on the pit barrel cooker, not hanging, on the cooking grate. And it was awesome. So, yeah. Let's see. Irene, I tolerate your love of undercooked bacon because you have so many other great qualities. Thank you. I appreciate that, honey. Thank you. James Carroll, I'll be watching a lot of Cooking with Kent Rollins due to the cast iron cooking's famous story. Yeah, Kent does cast iron like no one else. And I love it when he cooks on Bertha, his big stove out there, man. That thing is awesome. I love that thing. Nick Castro, high five to Yoda in the background. Hey, where? Oh, yeah, Yoda's right there next to the Bat Cow mug. Yeah. Dwayne, one of my brother-in-laws is a screenplay writer. I saw his name on TV shows. Another relative's an actor. I love watching TV show he was a lead actor on. It's kind of fun. Yeah, it's neat to see people There's people that I went to school with, at high school who were actors and, very successful actors. People I know. And, yeah, it's cool. I really like that. Let's see. Nigel James. Where are we at here? Ludovic. Rye, great chatting and thanks for the assistance. Love from South Africa. Thank you very much, Ludovic. And for you and your South African friends, I am going to try some biltong. Every time I put out a jerky video, I get piled on by everybody from South Africa saying, you have to have biltong. Biltong is so much better. I'm going to have some biltong. I want to try and find a way to make it, but it's very different process, the traditional way for biltong than jerky. And, it's kind of like one of the reasons you can't really get traditional biltong made here because it's air dried outside from what I understand. But there are ways to make it in a different environment. And plus, we don't have really dry weather here all the time. So, yeah, if you're from South Africa, I am going to try biltong and I'm going to try making it. I've been saying that for a while. So, yeah. Let's see. Brian Mulcahy. Love the videos, Rye. Your PBC ribs inspired me to get a PBC. Cool. Cooking a pair of ducks today on the PBC. Nice. Any future duck videos? I want to do some duck. Again, duck is one of those things that's harder to source here for quality. So I have to be 100% certain of the quality if I'm going to do something different, like picanha or duck. It's where I get the cuts from, and are they good? Because I don't want to invest in something and put out bad food for a video, because honestly I wouldn't put out the video. There's only one time that I have not put out a video after starting it. I didn't finish the video even. And it had nothing to do with the actual, well, it might have had something to do with the actual food, but it was more me. I screwed it up. And that was a chestnut video. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Well, let me tell you, I would have had to title mine Chestnuts Charring on an Open Fire. They were awful. Just awful. So, yeah. And I'd done chestnuts, before without video, and just these were awful. So yeah. Let's see. Anthony Donowski, he'll need to make a bacon jam after tooth pull. Yeah, I've made bacon jam before. I think I did it on a meatloaf video because we topped some meatloaf slices with it, I think. I can't remember. You'd have to search the videos, but bacon jam is pretty awesome. Carmelo, if money was no option, what cookers would you buy today? That's an interesting question because I don't look at it as like, would I spend the money just because I had the money on it? It's like, would I be able to use it? I don't know. I'd probably get a larger offset, but it's only for capacity, not because it can do something, different. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting question. I don't know that, because some of the things I want to get, it's really not a money issue. I could go buy them right now. It's like I said, it's space in my backyard and what would I use them for on the channel and videos. So, I have to look at things like that really. But yeah, I'd probably pick up a Lone Star Grills or a Lang offset, something like that. Coon with James, haha, I will never ask again. Your channel's kicking butt. You had 4K subs when I first joined. Super awesome, brother. Gotta head out, have a blessed weekend. James, you have a blessed weekend too, my friend. You get out there and have some fun. Pickles Barbecue, what do you end up writing on a daily basis? I work on books now. I generally don't work in the film business anymore. I stick to the books that I control 100%. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. Hello, Bacon. I mean, Rye. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you. And am I talking to Smoking Joe, a Pit Barbecue, brand ambassador for Yoder? Do I have the right Smoking Joe here? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Danny Sanchez, any pointers on smoking brisket and getting through the stall on an oven? In an oven, same as if you're doing it outside. Wrap it in foil if you want to. That'll really help. And give it time. That's the one thing about when you're cooking briskets, other large cuts of meat, pork butts, things like that, you kind of have to train yourself to forget the clock. You're going for when it's tender. And it's hard to do sometimes, yeah. Raspberry Rock, Rye, is the Vortex in your Amazon store? Yes, it is. It is there. I think, oops, never mind, found it. Yes, love that Vortex. Smoky Ribs, Russ, how you doing? Looks like I arrived an hour late, but had to stop by when I saw you live. Good to see you, Russ. Are you down on the sailboat or are you back at home? I saw your sailboat video the other day. Is it lingua? The tongue? Is that how you say it? Robert Baker, smoked duck tacos. That actually sounds really good. Tyrone Dean, ever injected a Boston butt? If so, with what? I have injected. I'm not sure if I did it on video, and I'm trying to remember what the injection was. It might have actually been some Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce that my friend Scott makes. He has a channel called The Real Show Barbecue, and he makes an awesome Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce. And I think I actually injected a pork butt with it. I know I used it for pulled once, but I do think I might have injected with it too. So yeah, it's because the Eastern North Carolina sauces are very vinegar-based, thin, so they're easy to inject. Yeah, it's good. Let's see. Let me get caught up here. Let's see. Sheesh, I don't get a wow, Pickles. Wow. Fizz Wanger, what are your thoughts on ceramic barbecues? They're awesome. I don't have one, but I know people that have them and love them. That is something that I'd like to add at some point, a ceramic cooker. Pardon me. But again, it's kind of like space and what would I do with it? How would I fit it into what's the stuff I make? But no, they're awesome. They're awesome. James Albright, how good is a pit barrel cooker? I'm thinking about getting, and also thinking of Weber kettle. They're different things. If you were only going to get one and you don't have both, I'd get the Weber kettle. And I'm saying that because you can do, direct, indirect, you can smoke, you can do all those things. The pit barrel's a different animal. It cooks ribs, it cooks chicken, it cooks pretty much anything you want, but the Weber kettle you can do a lot more direct grilling on. So that's sort of the differences. Simpleman's Barbecue. Hello, Rye. How are you today? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Let's see. Chris Ruiz, you have any videos on beer roast? I'm not sure what beer roast is. Is that using beer for a roast? And I don't think so. G. Potter, good afternoon, Rye. How do you compare the pit barrel cooker versus the 22-inch Weber Smoky Mountain for smoking ribs? Baby Back St. Louis. Great show. Thank you. I don't have a Weber Smoky Mountain, so I can't directly compare with it. I know people that have them, and I know people that they've done the hanging attachments in them and done very similar things to the PBC. The PBC, the thing I like about it too is the portability. I know they have a smaller version. I have the 18-inch version. I think they have a 14-inch, or they're coming out with a 14-inch. But it's extremely portable and light. I mean, that's one of the really nice things about it. It's one thing. So it moves easy. It cooks great. It's completely set it and forget it. You set it to your altitude, the bottom vent. You put the hanging rods in, even if you're not hanging things. And that thing just rocks 275 to 300 the whole time. I've had it going for, I think, almost 7 hours before. Just perfect. So yeah, it's great. Simpleman's Barbecue. Did you say you used to work in movies? I wrote movies. I just generally don't work in film anymore. I work on books. So yeah, I've written movies. You can, if you look up my name, Ryan Douglas Pearson, you'll see things I've written. Barbecue Crasher, how you doing? Good to see you. Sorry catching the LS late. Hope you start to go to the pellet site. Keep it the great content. Yeah, I do want to get a pellet cooker at some point. It's just not right now in the plans, but I'd love to be doing some stuff on it. I like to cook on just about anything. I mean, it's really about trying to make good food on different methods. And that's one of the reasons I like the kettle so much, is you can do so many different methods on just the kettle. But yeah, I know people with pellet cookers and they're great and they love them. Smoky Ribs, you're back at home. Nice. Good. I'm glad you're back at home. Let's see. Lengua. Okay, so I think I got it close. Yeah, that actually looked really good. I've never had the tongue, but it looked good. It looks super tender. Yeah. 92 watching. That's cool, man. Yeah, I think we topped out at 119 today, which is crazy. I think the previous most I've had is like 82 or 83 a week or two, or a couple of weeks ago. Dreamlord, hey, I don't know if you were here earlier. We had some of your photos in the live stream. Yeah, I just got a Bradley Smart Electric smoker as a gift yesterday. Haven't used it yet. As a decent smoker. Bradleys are good. I know people that have Bradleys. Yeah. If you got it as a gift, that's awesome. My first smoker was a gift. It was a Masterbuilt electric smoker. That's how I got into smoking. So yeah, a gift smoker is a great thing. Yeah. Let's see. Ryzenson, last meal request. What would you choose? Lasagna. And I'm not talking like fancy lasagna. I'm talking like we used to have lasagna on Christmas Eve at my house when I was growing up. My sister would make lasagna from the recipe on the back of like those noodle box recipe. And it was awesome. I just love lasagna. I do have some problems with lactose intolerance, so cheese bothers me sometimes. So I'd have to just go, well, it's my last meal. What the heck? I'll have it. Tim, let's see. Yes, I injected a pork butt with Scott's Eastern sauce as well. As very good. Yeah, that's a good sauce, man. I used that in that pulled chicken video, and that was killer. Kevin Nash, didn't see the XL size Slow and Sear or the Weber 26 in the store. I don't have it in there? Well, I'll put it in. You can search for it in there and find it. If you go through the store and still buy one of those things, I still get a small commission from it. So, yeah. Chris Ruiz, my mistake. I meant to say beef roast. Videos on beef roast. Depending on what kind, I've done rump roasts, tri-tips, briskets, chuck roasts. I've done a lot of different beef roasts. So, yeah, if you just go to the playlists on my these playlist section of my YouTube page, and there's probably one called, cooking brisket roasts and something that'll have almost, I think, probably all the beef roast videos in there. Let's see. Pickles, vinegar-based injection works really well, or just Cajun butter. Yeah, I've done the Cajun butter too, and that is it's a good point, Pickles. That works really well. Smoky Ribs, gotta love the PBC. It's just a machine. It just does what it says it's going to do, which is great, Nigel saying Vortex was 30 and writes some great videos. Yeah, I love that Vortex, man. Simplemans, that's awesome, brother. Nice story. Thank you. Appreciate that. Pickles Barbecue, why aren't you Alfred Hitchcock and kind of show up in the background of movies? I've never wanted to do anything like that. In fact, every time I was like, hey, we're going to be shooting here at this time. You want to come to this? I've never been on a movie set while they're filming anything I worked on, or really anything. I avoid that stuff. I've been at movie sets when they were filming, but I'm like way over there because I'm on a studio lot at a meeting or something. It's just not my thing. It's kind of like I've met a lot of actors and actresses and directors and things like that. And people have always said, well, why don't you have pictures of them up there? It's like, I'm just not one of those people. It's like, hey, can I get a picture with you? Hey, can I get a picture with you? It's not my thing. So I figure it's their private life. They're doing their job. I'm doing my job. So yeah. The Dogfather. If your story was being told on the solo screen, who would play me? Well, apparently, people have put in the comments that I look like some guy who played a character named Bobby on Supernatural. So apparently, the guy who played Bobby on Supernatural should play me because I apparently look like him. I didn't even know that until I went and looked and go, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. If not that guy, then Brad Pitt, obviously. Carmelo, I love my Memphis Pellet Pro. Cost a small fortune, but wanted the 304 stainless. Yeah, I remember those pictures you sent of that. That's a beautiful smoker, man. That's a beautiful cooker. Yeah. Eastwind Farms, have a great day at work now. Chris, you have a great day. Have a good day at work if that's possible. Enjoy it. Langua Tacos rock. Fishing, cooking with Mike Chavez. I've never had. I really need to try it then. I mean, I've seen Pickles did a video on it, and Russ at Smoky Ribs did a video on it this last week. So I gotta try some Lengua tacos. Yeah. Michael B. Love the movie knowing. Thank you. I appreciate that. The rabbit turtle. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's one long word. I reckon you could have proper cooking show. I prefer watching this over things like Gordon Ramsay because he just does complicated stuff. I just like, doing this. I'm having a good time. I'm really having a good time making these videos and at chat and stuff like this. This is fun to me. Smoky ribs, super tender and even better the next day after chopping up the other fatty end, letting it saute to reheat and add color. Great tacos. That sounds really good. Yeah, really good. Seth Redden, who eats all the food you cook? Do you have a lot of friends who come over? We have a large sort of extended family. So, like, with the brisket that I cooked yesterday, my mother-in-law stopped by, my sister-in-law and her husband stopped by, and so, it's it usually ends up being several meals too. Like we had some last night, my wife just had some, my son had some a couple times. So, if my daughter was here, she'd be eating the beef jerky I made because she loves the beef jerky, but she's away at school. Nigel, great choice, right? Lasagna and spaghetti bolognese. Yeah, that would work for me last meal. Let's see. Raspberry Rock. Seth Redden. I've often said I wish I was Rye's neighbor. It's funny because there's several times I've given my neighbors, ribs or tri-tip and things like that. I figure if they have to have the hickory smoke coming sometimes, I'll shoot them some ribs and stuff, and I don't mind doing that. It's fun. Wanda, I'll let you go, hon, and stop bothering you. Have a wet smoker cookbook. I really don't love the dry. Not really. I don't have one of those yet. Yeah. Simplemans, have you done a chicken fried steak on the kettle? I haven't done chicken fried steak, and here's the reason. I love chicken fried steak. And it's funny because every once in a while, I don't know if they have this restaurant near you. I'm pretty sure they do. Denny's, open 24 hours, just your basic sort of diner things. We'll, go to Denny's at midnight, and what do I order? Chicken fried steak and eggs. It's because at midnight, if you're going to get food somewhere and that's the only thing open and what you're going to get, I love chicken fried steak. I just do. And I've never been able to make it as good as the stuff that I get somewhere. So, I don't want to make something that isn't that good. So maybe I'll do it someday if I perfect my version of it, but I haven't yet. Let's see. Nick Castor, I saw a southern barbecue recipe that just used butter and peanut butter melted together for a constant basting sauce. Ever seen her done that? No, I haven't. That's interesting. I'd be interesting with the peanut butter if it's at what point you're doing that with the basting. Especially how late and how hot, because that would be an interesting sort of crust you might develop with that too. Not just moisture, but all the color and stuff on that. A lot of oils in there too. And depending on what sort of peanut butter, is there, a lot of sugar in that at that point too. Let's see. Reginald Holmes, like the show on rib tips. Could you do another video with variations of seasoning? Yeah, I will. I love doing, different seasonings. In fact, I'm planning to do one video with showing 3 different rubs that I've done in the past that people ask the most about, and trying those on different meats and seeing how they work on different things. So that's in the planning stages. Dreamlord, awesome. I was out getting a few things to fix the garden up a bit. I was able to go back and see the pictures, though. Thank you. I'll have some new pictures from the Bradley soon. Yeah, fire up that Bradley. I want to see it. I want to see some stuff on there. Nice. Nigel, have you seen the recent Apollo 11 movie? It gets 99.8-ish on the Red Tomatoes. No, I haven't seen that yet. No. Eber, I hope I'm saying that right. Hey, Mr. Wright, keep it up. Thank you. I will. Tim Marsh, have I done any videos smoking fruits or vegetables? I did. I'm trying to remember. I did potatoes in the electric smoker. I've done smoked cornbread, but actually coming up soon, I'm going to be doing a thing with chicken and vegetables. So I will be doing some things like that, yeah. Vale one, hey, what's up, bud? Did a 13-pound brisket on the Weber, came out great. Awesome. That's a perfect size, actually, the 13-pound for the Weber 22-inch. G. Potter, how's this for a good wood mix for smoking pork shoulders? Hickory, apple, and cherry on an offset smoker, Oklahoma Joe. My personal preference for pork would be hickory and cherry. Nothing wrong with the apple, but if you were going to mix, I think hickory and cherry for pork shoulders would be really good, really good. Simplemans, yes, Denny's is awesome, brother. It's awesome, especially at midnight or 1 in the morning if you're starving. And it's funny, I'll tell you a quick story. My wife and I, this is many years ago, went to a Hollywood party. This is back when I was screenwriting and stuff. And, you know, it was a party. We thought there was going to be food there. There was no food. There was no food. It was just alcohol, and I don't drink. So we were there for several hours, you know, probably, I want to say, till like 10 o'clock at night. And when we left, we drove home. You know, by the time we got home, it was like 11:30 or whatever, and there was nothing open. I mean, where we live, you know, restaurants are usually closed by that time in the middle of the week. So we just went to Denny's, you know, and had dinner at midnight or 12:30, whatever it was by the time we got there. Yeah, so nothing wrong with Denny's. Let me get caught up again here. You've never had chicken fried steak, Nigel? It's awesome. It's really good. Smoky Ribs. What is your live feed setup, Brian? If you don't mind me asking, looks and sounds great. Trying to get bugs worked out on mine, but I'm slowly getting there. I use Logitech C920s. I actually have 2 cameras. There's a second camera. I don't know where it's pointing right now. Let me see if I can get this other camera here, just so I can show you how I can switch it. Let me just see here. Okay, let me see if I can switch to the second camera here real quick and see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to switch really quick to the second camera so you can just see. You know, aiming a second camera at something else, it's fairly easy. And I just have I don't even know what this microphone is. Let me just look real quick. It's a Fifine, F-I-F-I-N-E, and it just runs into my computer. Run OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. Just did all the graphics and stuff, and it seems to work well. You know, it's just that. And I have lights that I added. This is just a set. I'll turn them off real quick. A set of LED lights that are kind of like facing me. So there you can still see me, and there's, you know, nothing wrong with it, but I just found by adding the lights, the cameras tend to work a little bit better. So yeah, just that. That's really my setup. Just basic Logitech. I think they're C920 webcams. Yeah. But yours looks good, man. After I saw your first one, when you still had the display on there, you didn't have the clean HDMI coming out. But with the clean HDMI, your stuff looks really good. It looks really good on your live stream. Carmelo, my mom makes the best lasagna. I'm first generation Sicilian. Well, then you've had awesome Italian food. But there are uncommon ingredients like eggs and peas. I've heard that too. Yeah. James Carroll, what do you have on marinade right now? What do I have marinating right now? I don't have anything marinating right now. I'm going to be doing this afternoon, actually, I'm doing some salmon. So it's going to be good. David Barnes, which Weber kettle grill would you suggest for starting out with charcoal and smoke? I've only used propane Webers and smokers. I would suggest, I think it's called the Weber Deluxe Premium or whatever. The link is in my Amazon store. You can go there and check it out. I'm not saying buy it there because that's not always the best price, but you can see which one I use, and that's honestly the one I'd recommend. I think it's usually about $150, $160 or something like that, and you can get them like at Home Depot, Lowe's, things like that. So just get the best price on it. You know, find the place with the best price and get it, but I would recommend that type of Weber kettle. Pardon me. Xenoblade Shulk, I hope I'm saying that right. What do you think the best grill for grilling steak? Weber kettle. I mean, just a charcoal grill is, for me, any sort of charcoal grill is going to give you awesome steak. And if you have a cast iron cooking grate, that's going to kind of up it a little more, but you don't have to have that. If you have a cast iron pan, I love searing steak in cast iron pans and then letting it finish indirect on the, you know, away from the charcoal. Yeah. Nigel, if you can get a 22-inch basic Weber, I would definitely get that. Offers, yeah, places in like Walmart, anywhere that has a good price. I like and again, I don't remember if it's the deluxe, premium, whatever it's called. I just like the venting and ash system in that a little bit better than just the basic one. Carbonam, I love my $69 electric smoker. It does not have to cost a lot to make great food. Absolutely not. I started on that Masterbuilt, which was a gift. And I can't even tell you the number of tri-tips I did on that thing before I moved up to other things. And then the charbroil that I have now. I've done ribs in there, chicken, I've done smoked cornbread. I've done tons of stuff in there, and it's really good. Yeah. Sipser, hello, please try olive wood to smoke. I have tried olive wood. I've used it in several videos. If you search in the search function of my videos for olive wood, you'll see videos where I probably mention it in the description. But olive wood is a fantastic wood for beef, just fantastic. One of the things I really like about it is it burns hot. It really burns hot, so you don't need as much, especially in the offset. But it's a fantastic wood for beef. Yeah. Let's see. Pop454, trying out your pork loin recipe tomorrow on the PBC. Can't wait to see how it turns out. I hope it turns out good for you. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic taste on that thing. Sardelkin, hello from Russia. I really like the way you cook. Good luck and success. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. ETPI Paranormal, hello, Rye. Just got home and glad to see you're still streaming. Made the pizza your way and it came out great. Have you ever smoked a frozen lasagna? If so, any tips or tricks? No, but that's a good question because I was actually thinking of doing that. I mean, I've done frozen ribs and all those other sort of frozen things where you can take them straight from frozen and cook them. And there's really no reason you couldn't do that to like a frozen lasagna pre-made or even one you made and then froze, because whatever you're cooking on is just an oven. A cooker, a kettle is an oven, an offset's an oven, an electric smoker's an oven, so there's no reason you couldn't do it. I would say just, try and get as close to the recommended temperature as you can, but also make sure that it's cooked fully. Use an instant read thermometer when it's getting close and make sure you get to the temperature that's safe. Let's see. Dwayne, chicken fried steak is great. Long ago you made it. Yeah, I do need to learn how to make it. Yeah. Nick Castro, someone told me the Vortex on Amazon was a fake. I want to make sure I get the real one. There's different versions. I mean, it's made by different people. You'll get some that are called one thing. I think that the company that makes it it says Vortex. There's a sticker on the side that says Barbecue Vortex. So I think the one I have linked is the authentic one. It should be, because that's where I bought mine. So that's where it should be. And actually, I bought mine for me for a Father's Day gift because my wife said, "What do you want for Father's Day?" And I said, "I want this." So I bought it, gave it to her, and she gave it to me. So yeah. Let's see. Suburban Barbecue, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Let me get caught up here. Boy, we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. We're going to have to I'm going to have to start wrapping this up pretty soon. Let's see. We'll get caught up. I miss anything. Raspberry Rock, Rye, got to go take a serious nap. Great stream. Thanks for being you. Russell, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You have a good nap up there at your off-grade cabin, which is beautiful. Yeah. Pickles, when are you doing the hot seat? I don't know. I mean, CJ and I went back and forth for a while, but I think he's just so booked out that it's tough to kind of come up with a time. Dwayne, did you try bison jerky? I have tried bison jerky when I was up in Wyoming on vacation once. It's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Carbon, I also like your style very much. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, people, we are going to start wrapping this up here today. I appreciate you all stopping in. We've been going a long time today. This is the biggest live stream I've had. The peak number was 119. I don't know how many are watching right now, but thank you all so much for stopping in and watching my videos, and watch for the brisket video coming out this afternoon, probably in an hour or so on YouTube, and enjoy it. Thank you very much, everyone.